Hi everyone, good morning, happy Thursday. Today we're going to be talking about the one thing that could be holding you back from being the biggest name in your niche or getting the recognition that you feel like you truly deserve. So this is for anyone who has an amazing offer, an amazing service, and you know that you're really good at what you do. You get your clients, you get your customers incredible results, but you're not being seen for that and recognized for that. You are looking out into the big wide world of the internet and you're seeing people who are at your level or even like not as good as you in your eyes, and they're getting more recognition than you. So this is one thing that could be actually holding you back from getting the recognition and the visibility that you feel like you deserve. And that is being entitled to the yes. So I'm bringing, and I'll explain what that means in a moment. The reason why I'm bringing this up today is I've had a few clients come to me in the last couple weeks with this issue blaring in their business. So in one case, a client who has relied on Instagram to get all of their sales and for launching and getting new clients has been really on Instagram. And because of algorithm changes, they have lost a lot of visibility. They're getting a much lower reach. Their stories aren't getting seen as much. Maybe you can relate to this, and feel free to let me know down below if you relate to this one. And she is very upset, understandably so. And for another one, she has this background belief that because I'm so amazing at what I do, you should know ahead of time. Like, I only want to work with people who are already a yes. They already know that they're going to work with me just from whatever I'm putting out into the world. And you hear both of those and you're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Like, that makes so much sense in both of these cases. But they're actually both really great examples of being entitled to the yes. So what does that actually mean? When you're entitled to the yes, it means that you believe that someone should just say yes to you, say yes to working with you, say yes to buying from you, and you shouldn't have to do any additional work to get there. But if you are a thought leader, if you are creating a new industry, if you are channeling completely new modalities or using your own experience to completely change the industry that you're in, sorry, pal, you're going to have to do a lot of education, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing if you're actually in the forefront of thought leadership and that you have to educate, because it means like you don't have any competition. You don't have any competition. You're doing something completely different, which requires you to actually educate. You actually have to show people why your work is incredible. You have to show people, explain people the ins and outs of what you do. There's going to be a lot more education, and that's just going to be your job as a business owner, as a visionary, okay? But let's get back to entitlement, because I know this can be a triggering word, especially for sensitive people. You're like, I'm not fucking entitled. But what this actually looks like, I mean, what does entitlement get you? When you're entitled, you don't actually reach out. You don't actually reach the amount of people that you're meant to reach because you feel like they should already find you. It is their job to find you. That's what's going on in your head. Or you're going to waste energy pitying yourself, right? I'm here. Why don't I have more fucking reach on Instagram? I did a few months ago. Can't believe the algorithm changed. Poor me. What a waste of energy. Or maybe you're just not going to be the most powerful version of yourself and actually bring out your most powerful material, because what's mirroring is you're giving your power away to Instagram or to your clients or to whatever other thing, when realizing you're in complete control and you have the power to be that big name in your niche, to have the recognition that you deserve. You just have to do the work. And of course, that is energetic work. We are magical business owners. We have our spiritual practices supporting us. But it does mean, as a thought leader, that you're going to have to put in the legwork joyfully to educate the market. So I totally get this. Totally get this. But if you are someone who you are, and this is another thing that a lot of clients are coming to me right now for, is they want to get off of Instagram. They're sick of the Instagram algorithm. They're sick of their posts being good only for a day and people never going back. So they want to switch into content marketing. I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that's a very strategic move in marketing to actually invest your time and energy onto channels that you have more control over versus social media. But beyond that, you actually need to get out of this entitlement is you actually need to step into and fully accept that you're a thought leader. Okay? You actually need to believe that you're someone with influence. So, what is influence? I love the word influence. So, influence is we influence the world just by living our lives. We impact everything in our worlds, and we're actually, you already know this, we create our own reality. Like, of course, there's the collective thing that's going on, but in terms of like our day-to-day reality, we're in a huge amount, we have a huge amount of control around our day-to-day reality, our business's reality, the ecosystem we're creating in our household, in our community, in our business. So if you want a reality where people follow true desire and this is just an example, who are sexually turned on, and you want a reality where you have to use your word, you actually have to use your words to start shaping this. Okay? So in today's podcast that just came out with Letty, we talked about decolonizing marketing, and we talk a lot about how our words, like this is a true power of marketing, is we're actually able to shape the collective and create the audiences we want, create the clients that we want through our marketing and through the way that we actually use our words. So I'm really excited to share that interview. It's a really good one. But here in the now, like what a huge honor you have as a thought leader to be able to market and spend the time marketing and spend the time sharing the words to create the reality that you want, create the clients that you want. So don't be entitled. Don't be entitled to that yes ahead of time, because it's going to hold you back so much. So look at this, like maybe this triggers you, maybe this like resonates with you or not, but this is an invitation if you're watching this right now to actually look, where am I being entitled that I think I should get more recognition, that I think I should get more followers, that I should be more seen? Where am I giving my power away to this should already have happened? When really, you are in complete control to actually create and change the industry. There's so much power in that. So, mindset here, I mean, I'm going to give you some takeaways right now. One really big thing that you can do, so simple, is simply showing appreciation. Okay? Show appreciation to Instagram. If you fall in my client's boat of being like, why the fuck has my reach been cut down, and like, fucking Instagram, I hate Mark Zuckerberg, blah, 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 blah. How can you actually show appreciation for Instagram or Facebook or whatever medium you're on? I mean, think back 20 years. There wasn't an Instagram or a Facebook. We are so fucking lucky to have social media. Yes, there's a dark side to social media, no doubt about it. But how fucking lucky are you as a business owner to be able to, I mean, like right now, I'm able to go live, and I live on a remote island in the middle of the Pacific, and I'm able to reach tons of people across the globe right now, sharing my message, giving value, creating clients. And you are too. So much appreciation for Instagram, for the internet. Like, that's a new thing in human history. How lucky are we for the internet? Like, if you read old marketing books of like, you have to do like direct mail campaigns or like telephone marketing, telemarketing, call people up. Like, we're so lucky for what we have right now. So really showing appreciation is such a great way to like flip the switch out of entitlement and realize how lucky we are to have all the resources we do right now. So another one is really looking at the mindset piece of this and leaning into the belief that no matter what happens, I'll make it work. No matter what happens, it's in my favor. The algorithm changes, no problem, this must be in my favor. How can I change what I'm doing on this platform? Or is this an opportunity to go to a different platform? Okay? So really working on that belief of no matter what happens, this is in my favor. No matter what happens, I'll make it work for me. This is how we become really resilient CEOs of our business. Okay? No matter what, like the world is changing. Like you look at the astrology of 2022, guess what? More shit's gonna happen. Not like shit in a bad way, but like things are gonna be happening in 2022 in the next few years. It's just gonna keep happening. Stuff is gonna continue changing. But what if you can believe that no matter what happens, it's working out for you, it's in your favor? Then you're gonna be able to, without drama, make the pivots that you need to be in your business in order to be ahead of the curve. Like look back to 2020 and think about what happened with COVID. There were businesses that were pivoting like just like that and thrived. And then there were businesses that like lagged for 9 months. I know tons of businesses closed down in 2020. So how can you, as an empowered business owner, as the visionary CEO, as a resilient CEO, train yourself to let go of that drama and instead make the, like, be in the mindset of this is always working out for me so that you can make the pivots that you need to make. Okay. So show appreciation, get your mindset in check. And on the like actual marketing strategy side of things, I am a huge proponent of content marketing. I love social media. Obviously, I'm on here right now. I think Instagram is an amazing tool. I'm so grateful for it. But you actually, like, it's marketing 101 to build, what's the catchy phrase behind this? You don't want to build a house on land you don't own. You don't want to build a house on land you don't own. So if your entire marketing plan is showing up on Instagram, like, it's a great thing to leverage. You leverage Instagram, but you don't own it. Facebook algorithms changed, Instagram algorithm changed, like Clubhouse happened last year, like we have TikTok, there's all sorts of things happening, and they're a great way to build visibility and get traction, but it's not land that you own. You're always going to be at the, have to respond to changes in the algorithm, like the fact that people used to be able to buy followers to your Facebook page via ads. And then the algorithm changed. I think this was like back in 2005. The algorithm changed on Facebook, and now it doesn't fucking matter if anyone follows you on your Facebook page. It's never going to get seen unless you run ads to it. So, just an example. What is land that you do own? Land that you own in the marketing scheme of things, that'd be your website. You own that. So, actually doing content marketing and creating articles on your website that can be search engine optimized. If you've seen SEO, search engine optimized, that's really powerful. A podcast, that's land that you own. That's an RSS feed. So it's being distributed to a bunch of different channels. Yes, there's ways to play with more visibility and strategy around that, but that's more like land that you own. A YouTube channel. You don't technically own the YouTube channel, but it works more like Google. It's owned by Google. It works like a search engine. So the algorithm changes significantly slower than Facebook or Instagram or other social media channels do. So creating a following on YouTube, creating a following for your podcast, creating a following for your website, search engine optimizing, that is a long-term play, and that is building a house on land that you do own. And then on top of that, sprinkle in the magic of social media. Get a following on social media use that to drive traffic to the land that you own, to your house. Bring them into your house. So that's a really powerful practical step in as like once you work through the mindset side of it, once you work on the appreciation side of it, and you're really right in like, no matter what happens, I know it's like I'm gonna make it work. It's gonna work out for me. Then you can, I mean, just if you want to stay on Instagram and Facebook, great. But I mean, on the practical side of things, I really think investing in your time and energy into creating articles or podcasts or videos on those platforms is going to serve you in the long run of your business, more so than Instagram or Facebook posts that are forgotten in a day. So hope you guys enjoy that. Like, feel free to comment below on if this resonates and what you're going to actually show appreciation for. I'd love to hear what you're appreciating now after hearing this video. I mean, potable water, that's another one we can be appreciating. And like, really like sink into, how are you being entitled to the yes? And instead, how can I step forward as a thought leader and take on this divine mission of creating perfect clients, creating an audience, creating the reality, changing the industry. So, and if you would like help with this, I invite you to book a 60-minute effortless expansion session with me. I have one more spot for a one-on-one coaching client right now. And after that, it will go into waitlist until the spring of 2022. It will be fully booked. And so this is for the established online business owner who identifies as being spiritual or magical and has that spiritual practice in place and is fucking incredible at what they do. But right now they are overworked if you're overworked by your business, you feel like the most overworked employee of your business, you feel completely unsupported. Maybe you're feeling burnt out. You're like, why the fuck am I working over 40 hours a week and I don't even like remember what I got done with in this last week? So we really work on going from that place to going into feeling supported by your business as a separate entity than you. So you are creating this business, even if you're the face of the brand, even if your name's on the business, your business is a separate entity than you. And we're building up the power, the container that is your business, so that it can run without you. So your business supports you instead of you being the most overworked employee of your business. So link in bio for that. That's the effortless expansion session, completely complimentary. And I can't wait to talk with you and meet you and really get 2022, have it be your best year yet. Have you feeling completely supported as you go through your huge expansion in your business. Like if you're planning on doubling your revenue in 2022 or 50% increase and you want to feel supported around the way and not overworked along the way, but instead create the structures and foundations in your business through automations, through building a team, through really clarifying your product suite, invite you to that. And I can't wait to talk to you. So you guys who are just joining in now, watch the replay. This was a good one. And I will see you next week. Aloha.